Now the First Alert forecast with meteorologist Kai O'Mara.
Good morning, everybody. We've seen plenty of sunshine out there to start your Wednesday, and that's really going to be the case here, I think, as we go throughout the afternoon as well. We'll see a few more clouds start to build up, but again, that rain chance is not happening until very, very late today and mainly into the evening and overnight hours. In fact, outside now we have temperatures that are right on track into the 70s, some low to mid 70s right now. Iowa City at 75, 74 in Waterloo and Dubuque, same story at Waverly. Washington now up to 75, so certainly some mid to upper 70s on track for high temperatures today. Then the big question is, when will the rain arrive and when will the clouds arrive? The clouds will arrive a couple hours ahead of these scattered showers. They're down still to the southwest of Des Moines. Taking their time, that's for sure. In fact, we've got a mainly dry afternoon ahead. I'd say after about 4 or 5 o'clock is our best opportunity for some rainfall, and even that today would be pretty light. It looks like things will become a little more widespread late tonight into the day tomorrow, but otherwise you'll see the progression of this has been very, very slow to move towards the east. In fact, that's the activity you'll be watching as it comes eastward very slowly over the next several hours. It'll likely enter the TV9 viewing area along about 4 or 5 o'clock or so, and pinpoint futurecasts in general agreement here as well. We're mostly clear as we go throughout the noon hour, and really probably for a few more hours after that, 2, 3 o'clock here this afternoon. Things will likely be just fine in terms of our weather. Once we get to around 4 or 5 o'clock or so, some isolated showers or storms may start to pop up as early as 5. We'll continue to watch this as it evolves more and more as it gets closer to us. Then things should get a little more numerous here as we go throughout the evening and especially during the overnight hours. As this weak area of low pressure continues to drift over us here during the day on Thursday, it's going to take advantage of whatever moisture it can here and produce some pretty area-wide scattered showers and storms around our region for the day tomorrow. Thankfully, we're not looking at any torrential rains out of this, but enough rainfall that it's definitely going to be noticeable. About a ½ inch to 3/4 is the best estimate at this point. In fact, again, it's not starting until very late today and especially into the evening and overnight. Here's the latest rainfall forecast, and certainly this is highly dependent on whether or not you get underneath a slow-moving thunderstorm, but the theme remains the same, about a ½ inch to 3/4 as an average, and certainly underneath some of the heavier downpours, you could wind up with an inch as a total out of this by the end of the day tomorrow. Here's today's First Alert forecast. Again, temperatures well into the 70s today. We could see a few low 80s like yesterday south of Interstate 80 on an isolated basis. Storms move in very late. We've got several more hours of dry weather and nice weather for everybody, though, at least. Winds out of the south at 5 to 10. For tonight, down to the mid-50s most spots, 56 at Iowa City, pretty much mid-50s everywhere tonight. The combination of cloud cover, south winds will keep those temperatures up when compared to this morning. Some scattered storms, though, are likely tonight. Not expecting any of those to go severe at all, but we're probably looking at a good chance of some moderate rainfall out of this. Thursday's high around 70. Friday we're at 65 degrees. So there is a bit of a cool down out there, and certainly the weekend is still looking fairly cool at this point too. High temperatures into the upper 50s. Just a slight shower chance on Saturday morning with that cold front coming through. Biggest thing about Saturday will be highs in the 50s and north winds starting to pick up some speed. On Mother's Day, little to no wind, nearly full sunshine, still a bit cool. And then summer arrives where it's been suppressed in the desert southwest. By the way, last couple of weeks we've had some really cool stuff here. What hasn't been talked about much is the desert southwest has had record or near record heat. So it's been sitting there waiting. And next week it looks like our turn to get some pretty summer-like temps up here.
It's going to be out there.
It is.
All right.
Yes.
Thanks, Kai.